Hey everybody, Melissa Sorrentino. I want to talk today about performance commitment. The word commitment is like a huge word for actors and any type of performing. If you don't have commitment, you are never going to be able to perform even to the level of your own talent and skill set. And also, if you are falling short with your own talent and skill set, that commitment word is what can kind of fill that gap between like where you're at and where you need to be for that particular show. So commitment is huge. All right, so I have a lot to tackle, so let me see if I can get into this. All right, so first of all, I want to talk about how when you commit to something, you're actually doing two things. You are, I'm just going to say you're committing, but we are also uncommitting. Okay. All right. I'm going to use this, scissors, space scissors. Of course I like this, but okay, there's a word. Well, it's like a root. It's like a portion of a word. And if you're into word origins and stuff, I am, I dig it. Incision, scissors, schism, incisors, all kinds of words with that like SC, that is, skiz, sizz, all that. That means cut, like to cut. So, decision. Making a commitment requires a decision. Back of the commitment is a decision. You're in a scene, let's say, in an improv scene. You make a choice. Then you make a decision to stick with that choice and you commit to that choice. If my choice is that I am airplane pilot, okay, I am now not a zookeeper. I am now not a, worm sitting on, an empty beach wondering why the fish aren't coming in. I am now a airline pilot. So I'm going to start to commit to that fully. That's like a facty commitment, but with character work, it's huge. Because when you are deciding that you are a certain character, you're also deciding that you're not other things, particularly for the improviser or actor or anybody, even in scripted work. You are not you anymore. Now you're a character. You can bring elements of yourself to that character, but primarily if you're starting with the concept of this character that you've created, you are going to actually pluck out the parts of yourself that don't go with that character, if that makes sense. So think for a second about like cookies, cookie cutter, or like, even in digital graphics, there's the concept of a cutout. But when you cut something, you've got this. When you cut this out, okay, now you don't have this. You're chucking this. This is commitment. I'm now committed to this thing that I've cut out, okay? A cookie cutter. You put the cutter on there, you create something, you pull the cookie shape out. Now you commit to that, Obviously in relationships, if you commit to one person, you're also uncommitting to the other people. If you're not doing that, no judgment, it's just you're not making a commitment. That's not what commitment is. So it's truly important to define what commitment means. And commitment can also mean putting your heart into it, putting your energy into it, putting your skill set into it. When you're doing a performance, you're committed to the performance. Now, on a very basic level, what does that mean? I performed in a singing thing just day before yesterday. I did yesterday too, but I want to refer to this one. Okay, so I'm standing in front. I have a moment where I have to walk from where I was back with the choir, kind of all around and down and stand down right stage of the orchestra. So when I do this, it is helpful to me, to the audience's belief in me, to the overall energy for me to, I'm gonna grab this thing, hold something, and I'm holding it and I commit I am now a singer. I'm making a choice. I don't kind of just stand there maybe I'm waiting for the bus to arrive, okay? But I'm not committing to that character. I'm committing to the character who came here to perform with an orchestra. So I'm going to hold my music and I'm going to commit to it. So that's just the posture and the carriage alone is already a commitment level. You are saying, I am fully embracing the choice, the decision to be a singer today. That's the cutout that I am. I'm going to set it on the stage and be the singer. Full commitment. Clearly in your improv scenes, that's such an awesome playground because all you have to do is think of something in your head and commit to it and you're already there. How easy is that? You don't have to audition and you don't have to go through a whole rigmarole and prove that yourself is similar enough and that you're the right body type and the right freaking voice type and everything else under the sun, that your resume backs it up, that you have enough credits to deserve to be there. You don't have to do any of that. So that's why improv is so awesome, because you can learn commitment right out of the gate. Day one, when they say, hey, stand up or sit in a chair or whatever and do like your first yes and exercise, you can commit to that. Yes, and I went to the store. Yes, and I purchased a bag of chips. Yes, and the chips were Munchos. Yes, and the line was very long. Yes, and the guy in front of me had a tattoo on the back of his neck. Yes, and ironically, it had the name of my long-lost father. Okay, so that's commitment. See how, like, when I commit to that, everything else in my brain that goes, am I pretty enough? Am I strong enough? Is my posture sucking? Do I look like a moron? Am I making funny choices? Am I supposed to be funny right now? How much should I really commit to this? All those thoughts, those aren't part of my cutout. My cutout is I'm playing yes and. Commit to that. I think I'm going to stop there. I had a lot more to tackle, but I'm going to save it for other videos because I really want that to be potent. Commitment means making a choice to uncommit to other things and truly commit to the thing you're committing to. Performance commitment. All right, you guys, hang in there. Life is rough, but we're all in it together. Mwah. Love you guys. Bye.